What's up, y'all? What's up? What's going on? 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 Um, you go over here to the comment section. What's up, y'all? About to get started here in just a minute. Click that top button right there, bro. No, that right there. No, that one. Comments. Boom. What up? 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 What's the deal? What's the deal? Um, man, let me tell you, it's one thing that I have missed is miss coming to you guys properly. Uh, than talking to you. We've got through so much together. Um, and I hate that I have left you guys um, behind. Part of part of just being a man is is understanding a key point. I was raised by my father, and my grandfather and my great grandfather were heavily in my life. And I mean, I can't tell you how good it feels to be here to talk to you. Um, with that being said, with my background, I was held to a different standard. Um, for those of you who are fans of the podcast, a narcotics officer was killed today serving a high risk warrant in Echo Park. Yeah, we back up in this thing. Um, but I got some real shit I gotta say to you guys first before we play, before we talk. This is probably gonna be one of the most difficult things, but the most cleansing things I've ever had a chance to do. Um, shit does get deeper. My father, my grandfather, and even my mother, my family, the Sorrells family, um, just different cloth. And when you raise and you cut from a different cloth, when you raised up with certain standards and morals, you held to a different degree of accountability. Accountability is a mature concept, man, um, and it's hard because everybody does not want to be accountable, and there's been so much going back on, so much happening. Um, I couldn't start. I couldn't start the journey off right and proper without stepping into a place of accountability. Um, hurt people hurt people. Hurt people definitely hurt people. And one thing as black men that we don't always have a chance to do is admit when we're hurting. We don't have a chance to admit when we are down, and we don't always have a safe space to go to. And most of the time, it's because when we go in these safe spaces, the things that we divulge, the things that we open up about, sometimes come back to hit us in the face. Sometimes those things that are our kryptonite are used just as that to cripple us. And in that, man, like, there's some other things that we have to face, and those are your fears. Over the past year and a half, you guys have watched me go through some of the heaviest things I've ever gone through in my life. You guys have been there for me, um, but I can't come in here and come to you and not be real about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't come in here and not be honest about it. I can't come in here and not be transparent about it. Like, we've grown through so much in these last 6 years of life. Um, that step one, rule one is accountability. I've made some decisions. I've lost a lot. But what you saw me move in, guys, was in a position of hurt, a position of anger. You saw me moving in a position of, like, you know what I'm saying? Fear. Now some of y'all be like, I'm fearless, but when you really fearless, those fearless moments when I was truly fearless in my life, my character didn't fold, my principles didn't change, my values didn't go away. And that's where I was able to stand solid at. Um, Accountability, dog. God damn it, I can't sit here and say it enough that I have, over the last year and a half to 4 years of my life, lacked some major accountability as a man. And that's a dangerous thing, because when you got a man that's in control, a man that's leading people who lacks accountability, you are putting people in a collision course with disaster, to have crash after crash after crash with nobody with nobody taking accountability, bro. Like, I can go step by step, situation by situation. Some of you guys have seen me, um even over the last couple days, last couple weeks in my relationship that I was in, and it's been so much. I didn't know where to start. And one thing I can encourage you about with being accountable is understanding when you wounded. Hardest thing that I had to do was really get to a point where I said, okay, now it's time to try and heal, bro. So with that, going and getting the proper help, like mental help, like, bruh, black men, we go through trauma. We live in a world with trauma. We live in a world where we are looked at as casualties, and it is our responsibility and ours alone to take responsibility of what is our mental health. It's our responsibility. It's nobody else's. That's accountability, bruh. And like, it's your responsibility for your mental sanity. Nobody else's. And if you need help with it, you gotta have the people around you to love you, and you have to be willing to take that help. Like, I took some major losses and still was pushing through. And you know, like, I gotta start with, I've had to make some major decisions about what's most important in my life, and bringing peace and peace is most important right now. First of all, like the video. I need to get them likes up, because this is important. Um, I've dropped the ball. I moved in fear and not in faith. Bro, I was raised in the church, bro. I was raised with faith. I was raised to be able to stand tall in adversity and in adverse situations. And when you move in a position of fear or out of hurt, you're not making the best decisions. You're not fully thinking about what's going on around you. My daddy would say, he say, you running, but you running scared. And he's like, when you play chess, when you play football, you can't play football scared. You got to play football in your brain. And you have to make the mental decisions, those mental mistakes that you let go of, all start with knowing and understanding what your objective is. And sometimes, bro, when you take too many shots, you got to come take a knee. Um, I used to do it a lot, and it's something I hadn't done in a while too. I was with one of my partners, and I needed to take a knee and help. And taking that knee, it's not a position of weakness. There's some powerful things that you can do on a knee. Um, you can pray. You can propose. You can prepare. for battle. People people discount that third thing. They think because you on a knee that you're submitted, but you are submitted. You got to realize that there's a power in this world that's bigger than you, that there's a purpose at stake that's bigger than you, that you are a mortal and you can be destroyed physically, but spiritually and principally, you can be unbreakable. And sometimes that gets lost because we just worry about what our body wants, what our flesh wants, what our heart wants, what we desire truly in our hearts. And but if there was ever a time to tell you that we are not fucking invincible, that there is a moment when we must face and understand our mortality. I've lost so many friends, man. Uh, RP my nigga Don J, RP my nigga Big D, RP my nigga Teddy Ray, RP my nigga Fu Quan who sat on that couch, man. Like RP my nigga Marcus Combs. Like, bro, these is real people, real lives. And man, the number one thing that you have to do is when you understand that you got a mortality at stake, you got to go take a reevaluation of what you put your priority on. Some of you guys saw what happened with me and Dee. I'm gonna say this on this podcast. Dee will forever be my brother. Dee will forever be my brother. R.I.P. Nick Carthon, man. Fool will forever be my brother. We as a family, not just on this podcast, but on our platforms, our families, we're fathers. Delay and his sons, Fool and his sons and his daughters and his granddaughter. Me with my children, my daughters and my son. Like, bro, we're responsible for some lives, and we have to really understand where we're going with this and what we do and how it impacts them. I went through my divorce with Coco, man, and probably one of the hardest things to go through. But my last relationship that I was in with Aaron uh, helped me understand some things and put some things in proper perspective. Helped me understand that fear cannot overtake me. And although I've not seek validation from a group of people, having a woman at my side, having somebody to be there for me has been a subconscious validation that I've relied upon. And it can't be. Like, as men, if we're gonna lead these relationships, if we're gonna lead these households, if we're gonna lead these families, we have to be prepared to make the ultimate sacrifice, not just your life, but give up the things that we need so that our family can get there. And if that sometimes means, hey, I got to give up having a mate so that we can keep the peace and civility, and we can have a God-filled, like, positive environment and space to raise our family and lead with, then shit, we got to make that sacrifice. One thing I had to go back to was my father definitely told me that, like, say, son, life is not going to be fair. As a man, you're going to make sacrifices. You're not going to you're not going to always get your way. He said, but that's not what life about. And in this process, man, going through this relationship and restarting love over again, and you'll see some of that. And then losing some of my close friends, Don J and Teddy, it was a quick reminder that life is too short And I realized that in order to bring things full circle and bring them around, I had to heal some of the things that were destroyed and damaged. Um, Patience. I wrote a list of words that I wrote a list of words that I needed to work on, and I went through my phone and I searched the words. Uh, I started with the word love. I started with the word love, and I looked at how many people in my phone expressed how they loved me. I looked at how many people in my phone express that they cared for me, and I looked at a key word that I put in this instance is how many of those people that said that they loved me was I being accountable for. And integrity, decency, maturity, leadership, courage, reliability, security, empathy, and most importantly, respect. I have lacked these words. I've lacked these words because I was afraid to give and not get that back. See, that's the fear part. It's not just the part of giving it. It's the fear that the people that you give it to won't give it back, and that's not the principle at all. You can't control none of that. Um, I've lost everything that some people might seem as everything, but I've lost nothing when it comes to the things that is everything to me. I'm gonna say that again. I've lost everything in the eyes of the people who think I have everything, but I've lost nothing that is everything to me. My children, my family are in good health. Um, their minds are growing and developing. I still have time. You know what I mean? So, like, when it comes to that, this conversation that I'm having, be very clear. This isn't specifically for the fans. This conversation is for them because they need to know the day as much as they seen their father do a lot of stuff. They need to know the day that their father sat down and said, hey, you know what? I did some things and I did some things incorrectly. I did some things and I didn't move how I should. Hey, son, like I watched my dad tell his dad, hey, man, I made a mistake. Like I watched my granddaddy tell my great grandfather, hey, man, I made a mistake. I need my daughters and my sons and in some of you guys to see it's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to make a mistake and own up to it. So, uh, fellas, be honest with you. Like, protect your peace, your mental peace. Some stuff ain't worth fighting for. Because you know why? Um, you only got one brain. You only got one brain. And you got one soul. And if you stay in a space of constant battle, not just with yourself, but with the world around you, you're going to deteriorate your soul. You're going to deplete your brain. You're going to deplete the life force that you was made to be here. Nobody was put here to just stay at constant war. We're not demons, fam. We're loving creatures. And even when you don't get that love back, or even when you face that rejection, or even when you face those adverse moments, realize that finding your own peace is probably the most valuable thing that you can seek out. Like, bruh, look around. Y'all think shit getting better out here? Shit ain't getting better. Things won't get better the way that we think that they should, because we only got control of three things: our thoughts, our words, and our actions. Our thoughts, our words, and our actions are things that we do. You know, in my last relationship, I wanted to push accountability, and I did. I wanted to reinforce with positivity, and I did. Uh, but then I didn't. I got tired. Um, I got frustrated. I got scared that I wasn't gonna get back what I was putting in. And part of having the word faith and not fear is understanding that, hey, bro, we don't own none of this stuff. Although I love my kids, I don't own them. So they're not my property. I'm supposed to love and care for them, but I don't own time either. If God called me home tomorrow, like He didn't call some of my friends home, I'm going to have to accept with no choice that the world and those around them was all they gonna have left. Like, it's funny is, like, y'all know me, and the pauses that I'm taking are really because I'm not thinking about right now. I'm thinking about in a year, in 5 years, in 10 years, in 3 weeks, when somebody comes to this and they're hanging on each word, trying to figure out which way they're going. Am I helping them find their way back? Like, y'all see me go to war. War is over. War is done. That go for 50 Cent. That go for D-Lay. That go for Courtney. That goes for Aaron. That goes for anybody that you think I might be at odds with. Just let, hey man, hey, it's my 40th year on this earth, and I got some major healing to do, and I got some major fixing to do. And as I stand here, and I gotta look back at everything, we're gonna go step by step, situation by situation, how we do it. And I'm gonna break this shit down to you the best way I know how. Story by story, line by line, moment by moment, person by person. And I'm gonna walk you through the last year and a half of what the hell been going on. I'm truly gonna take y'all around the world and drop y'all ass off. I'm truly gonna give you, with all my heart, the diary of not just my life, but those around me. This is the best storytelling podcast in the world. This is the Did You Miss Me podcast. Long live Teddy Ray. Teddy Ray. Long live you. So, without further ado, we back up in this thing. Hey, yo, Diddy! Hey, yo, Food! Hey, yo, Eat! Hey, yo, Samo! Omar! Hey, yo, Blair! Coco! Danger! Kylie! Amethyst! Indigo! Baby Below! Giselle! Hey, yo, Aaron! Amaya! Jaden! Kendall! Skylar! Hey, Chavo! We back up in this thing. Best storytelling podcast in the world. I don't think you know what it is, but a narcotics officer was killed today, serving a high-risk warrant in Echo Park. He is survived by his wife and infant child. Shit gets deeper. Hey, yo, Fuquad! Hey, yo, Nick! For those of you that have rode with us on this 323 voyage around the world, I am Billy Sorrells, a.k.a. Billo, a.k.a. Billo Gordy, a.k.a. the first 323er, the last 323er, the first of the Coke Boys, the greatest liar on the face of this goddamn planet. And I stand here represented by a monument that we made with the gambler, the gangster. We back. Listen, man. Y'all don't know what's going on, so I got to get to this shit. I got to bring in one of my partners. He finna come rap with us. His name is Chavo. Goddamn Chavo. We done went through some shit. And it's time. It's due time that this boy fly and go ahead around the world. Shout out to the 96 Bulls. All the Lady Bulls. Shout out to all the little bulls out there. Shout out to the mutants. Oh, baby, listen, let me tell you something. When I tell you that y'all ain't seen nothing yet, you ain't seen nothing yet. Honestly, man, Chavo, I need you. I can't do it without you. You gotta ride with me on this one. Talk to me, man. You ready to fly? Chavo is one of Don J's closest friends, man. We've been rocking. We've been putting this movie Cocaine and Mirrors together. You've seen the mutants come together. Hey, yo, big shouts out to Aaron. I love you, girl. I couldn't have got that last episode out that you guys saw, and there's others that she did. Big shouts out to my boy Brick. But this podcast was built off one thing. Love. This podcast was built off one thing. Transparency. There's a whole lot of 323 shit going on. Let me tell you what I learned. So I gotta lead this here in this space. When me and Aaron got together, we started. Oh man, so full of fury, bro. Let me tell you, dog. This shit popped off with like so much energy. Like, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You know, dude, you think that cocaine wasn't around? You goddamn right it was. We partied like a motherfucker. But the funny part is that man, two beautiful ass souls, bro. Two wounded ass warriors of people who've been loving and trying to make shit work out. Decided to get into a relationship, and man, when I tell y'all, I've had some of the happiest times to really truly help heal some dark ass moments and bring me out of here. Bro, your boy was lost. You pulled your boy out of there, and boy, was that shit a crazy ass ride. So let's clear some shit up, lighten the mood around this bitch. Um, when me and Aaron got together, I had no idea that I had two kids coming. I gotta say that now. So my kids didn't come from me cheating on Aaron. And when we got together, we had no fucking clue. Y'all seen the goddamn post. Happy! God damn it, we was happy. Shit, we all at Thanksgiving. Edges laid down, kids smiling. I'm getting haircuts. You know a nigga gotta be happy when you done cut the side of this beard right here and then say, fuck it, you know what? I'm there. Lot of, oh man, I was happy, bad, satisfied. Fucking a lot. A lot. Loving a lot. Great with my kids. It it was crazy because she jumped in here and just jumped right in the fight with trying to get shit together. I had Emmy and Indigo by myself, and I'm here in Houston, man, trying to make this shit happen. Uh, shit, I was up to my eyes in spinning around the world, and like, bro, when I tell you she jumped in and helped the nigga out, it was crazy. Aaron, Donjay, every day trying to help me get shit together around here. Donjay believed in me so much. You saw him on the last episode, so he had been so excited about coming back to do this podcast. A fan, like not just a regular fan. And let me explain something to y'all. Like, some people might be sitting there talking about, man, the podcast could have been this, could have been that. But the reality is, ain't nothing changed. Like, part of expressing and telling stories about life is you got to live some life and have some stories to tell.